Edition 14, 6 figures, 5 zeros. Guess who learned to count? Inside the YouTube and film communities, the phrase 6 figures, whether it's a business or unit of measure, gets used everywhere. And a 6-figure business is not a million rand business. It's a 100,000 rand business. For the longest time, I thought it was a million denomination business. In the movie In Time, starring Justin Timberlake, when he wins his 13 figures in the poker game scene, normal people lose scope of what that actually means. It's a trillion. He won 1,000,000,000 years. That's a million millions or 1,000 billions to make a trillion. In the actual edition of this letter, I've left a little graphic breakdown, which kind of makes it easier, definitely puts it into perspective. There is a solid understanding to these numbers when you say the number using the Latin ilion suffix. First off, a million is Italian for milione, meaning great thousand, which is originally derived from Latin milli, meaning 1,000. I've also left the link here to the Amelie, Amelie, Amelie song by, by Lil Wayne, which is great. You should listen to that. So basically the understanding is million is equal to greater than 1,000, billion is bi, which is 2 plus illion, trillion is tri, 3 plus illion, and quadrillion is quadri, 4 plus illion. It's better on paper. When the numbers are written out, however, the separation of these numbers really help understanding the amount at a glance. The system is called positional notation or thousands groupings, but what it actually is just number formatting, where the comma equals 1,000 separator and the period equals a decimal separator or decimal point. Numbers are grouped in threes from the right to the left because we use names based on the powers of 1,000. 1,000 equals 1,000, 1,000,000 equals 1,000 thousands, which is 1,000,000. Each comma essentially marks a new 1,000-fold jump in magnitude. But here is why sometimes you might get mixed up with this. Different countries use different conventions. The US and UK use commas as 1,000 separators and periods for decimal points, while Europe does the reverse. Some countries, however, such as Sweden or Finland, use spaces instead, something I've been doing. The, in quote, coolest thing I've been doing recently is building out my Obsidian vault. I've dragged my feet waiting for enough time to invest because it's the real deal and Obsidian has quite a steep learning curve, but I think I got it to click. I'm taking much more of a tacky use case than most Obsidian users. It just works for me and it's far simpler. My goal is just to link everything from learnings to lessons, quotes, ideas, and stories, and it's been working a treat. Also, the node view is super sick and actually quite useful if you have some time to sit down with it. This week's favorite recommendations, Brendan Paper's Throw Material. It is very funny and cute, I guess, if you're into Afrikaans music. Gregory Porter, Hey Laura. This was a recommendation from my boss. Extremely good song. He went to go watch him live. My favorite YouTube picks from this week is Gold Finally Explained and What It Actually Looks Like to Be a Billionaire. Both are from the amazing YouTuber Johnny Harris. Just been loving his content recently. Book highlights, and this is a quote, "Thinking is the hardest work there is," which is probably the reason why so few people engage in it. That quote's by Henry Ford. Hopefully you find some joy this week. Thanks again for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. See you in the next edition. Your pal, Imraan.